Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have one of these diamonds in the rough for you guys. His name is Devin Haskins. He's a corner out of Holy Cross. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you too.
For people that don't know, Holy Cross really dominates the Patriot League. Does a great job of these past seasons. Really churning out a lot of great talent. And you yourself a vital member of that defense. If you don't mind, actually, Devin, give me a little bit of your background, if you don't mind. Just tell me where you're from, and we'll get started with your story here. So go for it.
Gotcha. I'm from outside of Dallas, Texas, a little suburb, Prosper, and that's where I moved there in fourth grade. I went to high school there. Played 6A Texas high school football, which is some of the best in the country. But senior year, started getting recruited heavily. At first for receiver. My first like 4 or 5 offers were to play receiver, and then my coaches were like, "We need you to play corner." So my senior year, they moved me over to corner, and the rest is history. Had a really good senior season, and just got a bunch of offers for a defensive back.
Cool. So how long you been playing football, by the way?
I started playing flag football when I was 5 years old. Played flag football for a couple of years. Started playing pee wee football, tackle football around when I was 8 or 9, and I've just been in love with it ever since.
Cool. Wide receiver slash corner there in
Mhm.
high school. And they're in Prosper, Texas at Prosper High School. You're talking a little bit about Texas football. Obviously, bit of a religion, the game of
Yeah.
football is down there in Texas. What was it like? Can you give me some sense of what it was like to play there, play high school there in Prosper, Texas?
Well, like you said, it's a pretty religious thing. So I mean, year round, you're playing football. I played basketball too. Stopped playing basketball end of my sophomore year, so I could get in the weight room and try to get a little bigger to be able to compete at a higher level. But I mean, now it's insane. The Friday night lights are everything that you've heard and probably more. The fans, I've been playing in front of 12 to 18,000 people since I was 15, 16 years old. So um, it was really fun. I'll remember those days for the rest of my life.
That's wild because I mean, sometimes in some of these places that you attend now, it's not even that big. Uh,
No,
yeah, it's just it's kind of fun, having that Friday night lights experience. So cool. So you had mentioned you had participated in some basketball. Also in my notes, I know you did a little bit of track and field,
a
which
little
is
bit.
great. You ended up making that transition from Prosper, Texas to Holy Cross. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, obviously coming out, being recruited by colleges. I mean, was Holy Cross like your first option, or how many other options did you have coming out of high school?
I had about, I think, 15 or 16 offers. I had like all the Ivy Leagues, all the Patriot Leagues. I had all the, military schools. I had interest from, like the Sam Houstons, the Stephen F. Austins, a bunch of those, local Texas schools.
Right.
And then I had some offers from like bigger schools like Texas Tech, SMU, Colorado State. Um, Unfortunately, or, honestly, fortunately now, knowing how everything ended up, um, I didn't get full ride scholarships from those schools, and went on my visits. And Holy Cross is one of them. And I really just uh, molded and bonded with the people that I met, and the coaching staff. Probably mostly the coaching staff. It was Coach Chesney's first. He was coming in his first year, and really just loved what he was bringing to the table.
Yeah, I mean, kind of joke about it a little bit because I mean, you did have bigger offers perhaps that you could have taken, but you landed where you were supposed to land. I mean, you landed there in Holy Cross, and really developed a solid program there over the past several seasons. Um, tell us about Holy Cross. I mean, for people that don't know, what makes that place so special?
I would say that the people in the coaching staff, honestly, and the alumni, I can't forget them either. We have a very good alumni program. They just built brand new facilities whenever I was getting here. So we have a very nice athletic facility, you know, indoor turf field, state of the art training room, you know, weight room looking over the city, got pools, basketball courts, everything we need in there. So I mean, it's a really special place. The coaches are phenomenal. They don't just care about you as an athlete; they care about, you know, how you turn out, how you come out in the real world and present yourself. And then the alumni are just absolutely incredible. You know, they back you and believe in you 100%. They do everything in their power to, you know, try to give you the best experience possible.
Great. And what have you been able to accomplish there as a student? What's been your major? What's your situation these days?
I'm a political science major. I mean, Holy Cross is a very challenging school. That's part of the reason why I went there. You know, I wanted a degree that would help me in the real world after, you know, my football days were done. And I mean, I've just been, you know, trying to do the best I can. Hopefully, you know, God forbid if the football thing doesn't work out, then I'll be able to get myself a job. I'm planning on getting a sales job with Dell down in Austin. That's my plan B.
Interesting. Well, let's focus on plan A right now because
Yeah.
you're a darn good athlete out there for Holy Cross. I mean, and I feel like there's a lot going for you as a prospect. I mean, really good size. Let me hear it from your lips, man. How big are you?
I would say I'm a good 6'2". I weigh like around 205 right now. I'm trying to get to 212 before our fall camp starts. That way I'll have some more wiggle room to lose weight. But yeah, I'm about 6'2", 205 walking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, so that's a really good size as a corner. Let's just be real. I mean, that's what you want. I mean, you want a guy that size that, you can maybe move around a little bit. So,
Yeah.
um, so cool. Talk about your guys' defense. You guys have had an excellent defense, really dominating there in the Patriot League. How would you describe it?
Just a bunch of guys that run around the football field and hit people as hard as they can. I mean, there's really not much else to say about that. That's our mottos. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter as long as you're running through someone's face and pursuing the football. So I mean, we're just a bunch of gritty guys that, you know, are out there playing together and, you know, trying to stop them from scoring points. And I think we do a pretty dang good job of it.
Sure. And when you think about some of the guys that have moved on from the program, whether it be linebackers, corners, or offensive players. I mean, a lot of guys have moved on. I mean, you guys have had a lot of great success, but others have moved on to do other things. Uh, Talk about some of the guys that are, coming up in the program that we really need to know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you guys probably have heard the name Jacob Dobbs a million times. He's probably one of the best football players I've ever played with, just on the field, off the field. He's just disciplined and does everything the right way. We lost some guys on our defensive line this past year. So we have some younger guys stepping into those roles. I would expect guys like Christian Ross or Dylan Springer to really make a name for themselves this year. And then, you know, we lost our safeties as well. We lost Walter Reynolds, you know, a couple of those, you know, big time players on our defense side. But from what I've seen from, you know, spring ball and then summer workouts, guys like Jake, are Jake Jamalowicz and then Curtis Lopez Harris are I think they're gonna fill those roles very well.
Good. Well, I mean, definitely guys going to be stepping into that role, but I mean, I feel like you yourself, you've kind of solidified your spot out there, as a corner. So let's look at you as a prospect. I mean, when we look at you as a guy that, may end up in the NFL here very soon, how would you describe yourself as an athlete when you look at yourself, under that umbrella of like a guy that can make it to the next level?
I mean, I would say I love the sport. So I mean, it doesn't really matter what role I'm in, what position I'm in. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability and, you know, do it for the team. Because at the end of the day, that's, you know, I care about winning. I hate losing. So I mean, whatever my role is, whatever I have to do, that's what I'm gonna do. So
So,
I-
one thing that I was looking into with regards to you is you bring a lot to the table, man. You obviously shut down your spot there at corner, but you're also very active on special teams. So I kind of want to hear it from you. What's your attitude and approach to the whole special teams thing?
I got you. So my freshman year, our defensive coordinator, Drew Kanan, came up, or our special teams coordinator, Drew Kanan, came up to me. He was like, the easiest way to get on that bus as a freshman is through special teams. And, ever since then, I've kind of just picked that ball up and ran with it. Special teams is a very slept on part of the game. People they want to be the offensive guy, they want to be the defensive guy, but special teams is a whole third of the game that, you can make really big plays on that can completely change the game. So I mean, I take special teams very seriously. I take pride in it actually. They look up to me to be that guy. So I really do cherish being that guy.
And as a corner, I gotta ask. I mean, occasionally corners get like a weird rap, of
Mm.
these guys that maybe try to get into their opponent's heads, um, maybe chirping a little bit too loud. Are you one of those guys or what?
I mean, it really just depends. I go out there and I just try to do my own thing. If they start talking a little bit, then I'm gonna have to chirp up. But no, I really just stay out there, try to play my own game, and I try to let my game play for itself. I mean, at the end of the game, they're gonna know. So I don't. I try not to talk that much, but if I have to, I will.
I hear you. I mean, you got to be able to go out there and hold your own because you can't
Yeah,
just let them like walk all over you.
exactly.
Um, Cool. So again, we've kind of talked about the fact that Holy Cross been dominating the Patriot League for quite some time. I mean, I want to say it's like is it four championships in a
Yeah,
row or something to that
four in a row.
effect? I
Yeah.
mean, um, and you guys last season really came into the scene, and I honestly believe that, had you not faced like one of the top teams in the whole damn country, I mean, at that particular moment, like you could have gone to a championship game, maybe won a championship. I mean, what's it going to take for you guys to maybe hoist that trophy at the end of the year?
I mean, I think we just have to keep doing us. We just have to keep playing together, keep playing our sport, try not to, let anyone try to dictate or influence what we do. I mean, we're really a tight knit group of guys, and we're just out there playing with each other, playing for the love of the game. So I think if we just keep doing that, working our asses off, sorry about that, um, I think we'll be in a very good spot.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys have a very well balanced team. A lot of people don't know. I mean, probably one of the better quarterbacks in the nation too. So I mean,
Now, probably the best quarterback in the nation.
yeah, so people forget that. And again, you have a defense, led by guys like you and Dobbs, and you guys are in, I guess, the whole process of maybe doing it once again, maybe going like, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 games, and making a splash for everyone to see. So it'll be great to see that unfold. I mean, for you personally, when you look at what you've been able to do over your career, is there maybe a moment, even perhaps a game or play that kind of sticks out for you so far?
What do you mean by that?
So like if there was a game and you would say, "Hey Jimmy, you need to watch this game because this game, this play showcases me as an athlete." Which one of those games do you think I should turn on?
I think if you look at our week 2 game last year against Buffalo, um, I think especially going into that second half, we knew that it was going to be a dogfight, and they said who's going to step up, who's going to do something for us, and I kind of took that to heart, and I was like, all right, I gotta lock it down right here for my guys. So, I'd say that game. I would say, um, honestly, any of the games after Jacob went out, he tore messed up his elbow. I would say any game after that is when I really, really locked in and was just trying to do my best to, pick up for what he was leaving.
Yeah, so just kind of going back to that first game there. I mean, again, Buffalo. You're playing Buffalo, but you're not just playing Buffalo. You're handing it to Buffalo because you handed them an L. Winning a game against an FBS opponent, people need to not sleep on you guys, man. I think that if you guys scheduled more FBS opponents, I mean, dude, Holy Cross could hold their own. I mean, they could hold their own against guys at that level, which is just amazing. So cool. Love it. Hopefully be able to have some more of those moments here in the upcoming season. So um Devin, let's take a moment. I want to get a chance to meet you off the football field a little bit. So, tell me something about you that maybe not everybody knows, something unique, special, hobbies or interests or something, but give me something.
Um, I mean, I don't know. I'm a pretty laid back guy, outside of the football field, outside of the, working out and all that with all them. I just really like hanging out by myself. I like watching movies, like playing video games, like going out to eat. Um, I mean, it's nothing crazy. I just like relaxing because, student athlete, you don't really get a lot of time to just sit back and do absolutely nothing. So anytime I can just, be with myself, be my own thoughts and just relax, hang out with a couple of friends, I'm all for it.
Sure. So let me, I guess, expound upon that a little bit, kind of a short question answer thing. So you said movies. So favorite movie?
That's really hard. There's so many. I would probably have to say like Batman, Dark Knight. It's definitely up there. And then, Shawshank Redemption. Of course, all the classics. I mean, I can get down with the Notebook, every once in a while. I mean, I
I
got a
don't know
little
about that
softer
one.
side. Nah, hey, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
I just tease you,
Um,
man. It's all good.
no, I know, but I mean, just I can really get down with anything. I just like watching movies. I've watched you know a bunch of different movies, regardless of the genre. I mean, it's just it's a new experience
Yeah, I
every time,
mean,
so I think it's cool.
and like you had mentioned, I mean, Dark Knight is awesome, man. I mean, if Heath Ledger wants to go out in a blaze of glory, and that's the movie, man. Like that
That's the
movie
one.
was just awesome to watch. A couple other quick ones for you. Favorite breakfast cereal?
Breakfast cereal, definitely Frosted Flakes. I don't even have to
Frosted.
think about that one. Frosted Flakes by far.
All right. Favorite type of food? Mexican, Italian, or other?
I would have to say I'm a big sushi guy. Um,
So Japanese.
that's just that's baseline right there. My favorite individual food would have to be oysters. I don't know why. I hated them when I was younger, but I hit like 16 years old and I was like, holy crap, I freaking love these things. I think Mexican, Texas, Tex-Mex. I love myself some Mexican food. We'll never have it up here in Worcester, Massachusetts, but anytime I go home, I'm probably having Tex-Mex at least 2, 3 times a week.
Interesting. You got some interesting likes there. I think that's cool. You collect anything?
I used to collect football cards when I was younger. I tried to get on a little, like I would get a signed little football helmets. My first one was a Megatron Detroit Lions little helmet. I used to try to
Sweet.
collect those, but nothing as of nothing recently.
So if there maybe perhaps was a celebrity that you would love to get a chance to meet one day, whether it be an athlete, movie star, or a music star, who would that be for you?
Um, do they have to be alive or is it ever?
We could do it. Just give
You
me
know,
whatever.
it'd have to be probably Kobe Bryant. I would say. I mean, I grew up. He was the first basketball player I ever watched. My oldest brother is a diehard Kobe Bryant fan, so he kind of, installed that in me. Um, but no, I mean, I love Kobe Bryant. I love his mentality and everything that he represented. So, I mean,
No,
it'd probably have to be Kobe.
I completely get you there on so many different levels. I mean, it's so sad to see him leave us
Yeah,
as early as he did. I mean, it's hard. It really is hard for to really take that
it
in.
was the, it was a it
Um,
was a sad day.
right, right. All right. Well, how about a football player? When you're looking at a guy maybe playing your position at the next level, um, who are you watching? I mean, are you studying guys at the next level? I mean, who you feel is doing it like at the top these days?
Yeah, I got you. So I mean, I wouldn't say I really focused on like watching people until the end of my junior year. Um, After that, my coach he went to a conference and was with the Cincinnati coach. not the not the Bengals, but the college. And came in and was like, "Hey, I really think that you should start watching Sauce." And I was like, "Oh, why?" And he was like, "I think he kind of, big guy, kind of resembles me. I think you can take some things away." So I mean, I've been watching Sauce Gardner here for the past year and trying to pick up little things that he does to try to help me out. But I mean, I would definitely say I watch him the most. I would say
Yeah, and I know he's young, but he's going to dominate it for
he
years to
is.
come. So it'll
He
be
is.
fun to see things unfold here in the next few years. Um, Devin, been nice to get to know you a little bit off the field. Do kind of want to steer back. I mean, obviously we're here talking. You're trying to separate yourself as a prospect in this upcoming for this upcoming season. So there's going to be some scouts at your games, at your practices. And so I wanted you to just kind of go ahead and talk to them right now. Tell them why they need to know Devin Haskins and what you bring to their team if they took a chance on you. So hit them with your pitch.
I mean, I would just say I'm a guy that loves football. I love everything about it. I love, practice. I love working out. I love the meetings. I love, just the camaraderie, um, just the unity. I love everything about it. I mean, you're going to get a guy that doesn't matter what role I'm in, doesn't matter what position I'm in. I can learn. I learn fast. I'm big. I'm strong. I'm athletic. And, I play with my heart, man. I just go out there and I play as hard as I can, every snap. And I'm, not a freaking loser. I like to win, and I win a lot. So, I mean, you like winners.
Yeah, I mean, you play for Holy Cross, you're going to be a winner. But I think that you yourself have solidified yourself as a prospect that a lot of guys need to know. I mean, All American last year. I mean, All
Yeah.
American last year has really prototypical size as a corner. And like you said, has that athleticism, has that mindset, leadership, winning mentality. So definitely going to really have that opportunity once it's given to you. So best of luck to you this upcoming season and beyond. All right, buddy?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Devin Haskins, corner, Holy Cross. Check this guy out.